everyone, welcome back to my channel where today I will be talking about the zodiac sign of Scorpio. As we are now in the run-up to Halloween or Samhain, it's a very exciting time and it's important to be aware of the zodiac sign that hits right before we enter that period, as Scorpio really is a fascinating and often misunderstood sign. The sign of Scorpio is symbolised by, of course, the scorpion, which signifies their ability to defend themselves when necessary. They have a kind of secret, mysterious reserve of power within themselves. And scorpions, although they are small creatures, are not to be underestimated, and that is certainly true for Scorpios as well. As I said, the sun enters this zodiac sign of Scorpio right before the Sabbat of Samhain, which is all about the veil between the worlds thinning, whereby things that previously may have been hidden, secret, or beyond our reach may well soon come to light, in the form of potentially appearances from spirits who may have passed on, for example. I do believe that a zodiac sign's placement on the Wheel of the Year can tell us a lot about that sign's personality and traits, and for Scorpios I believe this is particularly true. Scorpio is one of the 3 zodiac signs belonging to the element of water, and water, as I have mentioned in my video covering the zodiac sign of Cancer, is all about emotions, intuition, and the heart. It also correlates to the suit of cups in traditional tarot, so if you're doing a tarot reading and draw out a cups card, you can have a thought for the 3 water signs of the zodiac as well, and think about what energies those signs bring to the table to better help you interpret the element of water within tarot. So, of these 3 water signs present in the astrological year, Scorpio is the fixed one. In my last zodiac sign video on Libra, I mentioned that a cardinal sign, which Libra is, happens whenever we're at the start of a particular season. So as a fixed sign always follows a cardinal sign, we can then assume that a fixed sign will occur when any particular season is underway. In this instance, we are now right in the middle of autumn and autumn is fully underway, and this is where fixed signs come in to take over in the year, as cardinal signs are often best at initiating new projects as they need to start the new season off, so to speak, and fixed signs are better at sinking more deeply into an ongoing project, and they're particularly strong at perseverance, so this can take us through the middle of the season, the midday period of autumn, I suppose. So that's what it means to have a fixed sign occur in the year generally, and in the case of Scorpio, Scorpios will be gifted particularly at seeking permanence or timelessness in the realms of imagination, emotions, sexuality, and the deep dark mysteries of the unconscious. Scorpio represents the ages of 49 to 56 in a human's development, when this metaphorical human will typically be attempting to achieve full power within their various social roles, now that they are experiencing the full onset of their middle age. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, and as this planet was named after the Roman god of the underworld, this influence lends dark, deep, and fateful aspects to the already enigmatic Scorpios, whilst their co-ruler, the planet of Mars, which also rules the sign of Aries, lends a direct and dynamic energy in a way that is almost fiery, and this can be very interesting, as obviously Scorpio is a water sign, and so whilst it is a water sign, of the 3 water signs in the zodiac, I would say that Scorpio is the one that has the most fieriness or fiery potential within them. So as Scorpio is ruled by both of these planets, one representing the god of death and one representing the god of war, you'd imagine that Scorpios can understandably be quite serious and intense individuals because of this. However, the good thing about Scorpios is they don't proactively seek conflict or confrontation, but rather keeps their abilities of self-preservation and defensiveness in reserve, should they ever need it. And this is much like the animal of the scorpion that symbolises them. So if anyone watching this video does belong to the sign of Scorpio and subscribes to the concept of deity, you might be particularly suited to working with the god Pluto, the Roman god Pluto of the underworld, or the Greek god Hades of the underworld, as you will probably have a natural affinity for and interest in these mysterious topics of darkness, maybe death, the shadow self, and the subconscious, all of which this particular deity specialises in. So in terms of tarot correspondences for Scorpios, I mentioned that as they are a water sign, they are linked with the suit of cups in traditional tarot. However, that is the minor arcana, and in terms of their major arcana card, that card for them is the card of death. So here we have the most feared tarot card, I think, out of the entire deck, and it does of course represent the zodiac sign, who I think is also the most unfairly, I think, feared by people. But what the death card signifies, in my opinion, is not so much a painful end like a death, so much as a potentially painful transition. As physics tells us, energy cannot be destroyed but can only be transformed into a different form of energy. And so this card is one not of pure destruction and ending and sadness like we might assume, but rather more one of change. And change, especially towards a new unknown, is what people really fear when they think about death, I think. But this is not necessarily the way it has to be. If we can learn to embrace change, transitions and transformations, even if they might look a bit unknown and different and scary to us, then this whole issue of death, both in terms of when you get the death card in tarot, or when you experience some form of death or loss in real life, won't end up being anywhere near as frightening to you. And this is what this whole phase of Scorpio season, Samhain season, and even just the falling of the dying leaves in autumn are here to teach us at this time of year. This is why this is happening. It is to show us the balance of the dark within the light, and how we must learn to embrace that, and how, if we embrace that, it can really help us and actually be quite a beautiful and freeing thing. So in terms of what crystals Scorpio should work with, one of those is ruby, which supports inner faith, and garnet and carnelian, which both help to balance sexual drives, which Scorpios do have a bit of a reputation for not being so good at controlling within themselves maybe. And black pearl is also good for Scorpios, as it helps to give us calm and solace in troubled times, potentially troubled times of transition and loss, which I mentioned earlier. So in terms of plants and herbs correspondences, if any of you are Scorpio green witches out there, some plants that may be good for you to work with or just bear in mind could be number 1, ivy, which symbolises immortality and resilience, number 2, black poppy, and number 3, hemlock. Hemlock is actually a poisonous plant which does have a lot of associations with necromancers and witches as well. So we've got that death, or again, in other words, transformation themes coming back in here. And it's very important to note that Scorpio as a sign is not necessarily a sign about death and loss and grief. It can be a sign about powerful transformations, powerful transitions, and a Scorpio person within their lifetime may undergo many transformations and transitions that they have to adapt and adjust to, and this can be a really powerful learning experience for themselves and everyone around them. And the themes that govern the zodiac sign of Scorpio are also, of course, extremely fitting for the themes that govern Samhain or Halloween, which I will actually be covering in my next video. So if you would like to see that, so that you can deepen your understanding of Scorpio even further, and Scorpio season, what it means in general, if that is something that would interest you, make sure you are subscribed if you're not already, so that you can see that straight away when I release it very soon. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Happy birthday to any Scorpios that may be having their birthday soon. Have a beautiful autumn and Scorpio season.